everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Shit Your Pants Wednesday right here on the DJB Productions Network. I'm your host, Matt Sunner. I hope you're going to enjoy this show. We're talking about all kinds of cool, low-budget, under-known horror movies, sometimes some newer ones. Sometimes they're maybe got a little bit of traction, but maybe you haven't seen them. But like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Check out all the other great content that we have here on the DJB Productions Network. No matter what you're into, you're going to find something you like. Before we get any further, though, I want to bring on my good buddy and the creator of the DJB Productions Network, my friend, Danny J. Danny, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Still partying with Samara, are you?
Yes, I am. I can't get enough of this girl. I think I found my soulmate.
You suck your soulmate.
She loves TV. She's sexy. Look at her. Who cares?
Oh, yeah, she likes it on all fours. Yeah.
That hot negligee she's got on there.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
This girl on some wonton soup, and I'm good to go, dude. I'm telling you.
And we also are welcoming, as you've already heard his voice, now let's see his face, Jason Leeds.
No, don't do that.
We told you it was going to be horror related, people.
Yes. And I got those psycho eyes.
Woo. Oh, well, again, back for another edition. Shit Your Pants Wednesday. Today, we're talking about the movie Barbarian. Let's see. This was another recent one. This was what again? Another like 2022. Yeah. Interesting cast. We've got Bill Skarsgård has a role in it. Recently played It. Also, looks like he's going to be in the reboot of The Crow. Well, that's something we're going to talk about now. But Justin Long, haven't seen him in forever. And our lead is a Georgina Campbell. I've never seen her in anything before.
Right?
She might be in soap operas. I don't know if you looked that up.
There's something about her face seemed familiar.
If you look her up, I'm not sure. Not that I watch these shows, but my wife does. I think she's on the Bold and the Beautiful, because I have so many details about shows I don't watch.
I don't watch none of this shit. My wife was, but but I believe she plays hot bitch number 3.
I think she was on the Bold and the Beautiful. I could be lying.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time scrolling through IMDb just looking to find out. But interesting movie. We have a girl rents an Airbnb. She's got a job interview. Rents an Airbnb. When she shows up, there's somebody already in there. They decide they're going to share it for the weekend, and of course, immediately you think that one of them is some sort of psycho.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
And all I'm going to say is you would be wrong. Might as well. Their character name should have been victim number 1 and victim number 2.
Right. Yeah.
Victim number 3 and victim number 4.
You know,
we really don't want to give away anything, but like, this is a movie that I heard a lot about in the grapevine, and I said, all right, we want to definitely watch this and check this out. Me and my wife checked this out, and a fun movie. I mean, we had a lot of fun watching this movie. There's a lot wrong with it, which is why it's being featured here on Shit Your Pants Wednesday. But it was I honestly enjoyed it to a point. I wish we could do a breakdown, but we're not going to, because that's not what this show does.
Unfortunately, it would involve spoilers, which we try to avoid.
And Jason Leach is under a what do they call that? Like when they have
gag order.
A gag order. He wants to talk about this movie so bad.
Oh, don't I?
And he lies to his daughter, folks. I mean, the guy lies to his daughter, and I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. You know, she's cute. His daughter." Yeah, I said, he's like, my daughter wanted me to watch it, so I told her, yeah, I liked it, and blah blah blah. I said, that's sweet, you know. Like I said, how old's your daughter? Like 7? It's like 21. I said, this fucking bitch. like a grown ass adult, and you're lying to it.
Yeah.
God, Dad, are you?
That's my little
Daddy's still
angel.
afraid to look at his little girl and go, "That movie sucked ass."
Right. Why'd you put me through that shit? Right.
Yeah, dear. Daddy liked it. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
He sees her like with pigtails, and she's picking posies, and and stuff like that. And meanwhile, she's selling her car on Carvana. You know what I mean? And,
just because she can't get rid of that funky smell in the backseat.
right.
Oh, easy.
Hey now.
Somebody spilled something.
I'm just saying she shit her pants. I don't know. And it was possibly Wednesday. That's all. You got.
What can we say? Like Danny said,
yeah,
there's a lot wrong with this movie.
Yeah, there is.
But you know what? It was weird for me. It was, and I know Jason, and we'll let you talk about this to a degree too.
Yeah, I'll let you guys
you said
go
that you
first,
definitely did not like it. But for me, like it was like watching a car accident
over and over again.
Over and over again, and it's like, but you can't stop watching. You can't look away.
Imagine it's a car accident that takes place during Groundhog's Day, and it's over and over and over again. You just keep watching it, right? And then really short into the movie, I noticed. I'm not trying not to give spoilers, but really short into the movie, you think the movie's ended.
Yeah,
really short into the movie, you think the movie's ended, and and I looked at my wife. I said, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! Is this over that quick?"
and then it cuts to something to the point where I was streaming it, and I thought something happened to my stream.
Yeah, you're watching another movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We are still watching the same movie. What does this have to do with anything?
And then it does. It pulls itself.
Last 25 minutes.
Yeah, and it pulls itself back in, which is kind of cool. And it was an interesting thing to do. It's what they did.
And for me, and that's actually, I'll have to say, that's probably why I found it to be more of a Your Pants Wednesday movie versus a good horror movie, because of the fact that it was like the pacing and it
was pretty good pacing.
The pacing, not necessarily the pacing, but the editing. The way it jumped around between, the timeline was weird. I would have rather, again, without giving something away,
the telling of the story.
Yeah, I would have rather had like this setup where it's like I'm watching a horror movie, and I would have preferred to see a little bit of, in the beginning, like a 10-15 minute setting something up, and there's something not right happening here, and then boom, dissolve 20 years later.
But you know what though, and that's what you're saying
is, and I mean it's kind of
follow me on this though. Once again, we're trying not to give away anything, of course, like we said. But Matt, see if you can follow along with this though. What they did versus what you're asking them to do, I thought it was interesting because this movie kept you guessing the entire time. And when I tell you guessing who is the psychopath killer in this movie? What is going to happen with this character? Is this movie over already?
Yeah.
Why is this movie not over already?
Yeah. There was about 3 times in the
Holy
movie.
shit, this movie's not over yet. Not that it was long. It was I thought the pacing actually was very good. And it's weird that, like, what we're saying is that it was just a weird storytelling, what they did. But each time it went into whatever that chapter of the movie was, I was engulfed and I was watching the movie. So, I mean, I did catch myself in that sense of saying, like, it didn't lose my interest at all. It really, and it gave me a lot to make fun of course, but it did not lose my interest at all. It did have me captivated watching it. And, when the stories were shifting and understand when I say this is not some kind of an anthology, multiple stories in one movie. It's not. It's the same story, but then you have just these other characters coming in, and you're like, what does that person have to do with it?
And it kind of jumps in and out of like different instead of it being told in a linear path, it's like it's here, and then it jumps to here, but then it jumps back to here to kind of give you a little bit of an explanation of what's happening here, and then it comes back. And
think of Avengers Endgame when they broke up the timeline. That's what.
Yeah. You know what I was going to say is that not only was it jumping through different timelines, it was almost like there was another like reality, like a separate reality. And gosh, I can't.
You know what? And we're describing this movie. We're describing what we're describing. Actually, sounds like a completely different movie than what we watched.
Right.
And I'm not trying to correct anybody or anything like, but I want to put that out there that what Jason said is correct in what he's saying and what he perceived from it. But when he said it, that is not the movie we watched. Understand it. So understand if you're confused, we were too, but not badly, Like I wasn't badly confused. I was just like, okay. And I wasn't at any time disappointed with the movie. I can honestly say I dug the movie. I really did. Like, I thought it was fun to watch. Would I buy it? No, I wouldn't buy it.
This was definitely I didn't sit there at the end.
I don't think it lived up to the hype that everybody was saying.
I also I didn't find myself going, oh my God, I just wasted an hour and 45 minutes of my time. But it was definitely a one and done for me.
I can see that. I mean,
it's a one and done. There's other movies that we've talked about in the past that again, whether it be ones that we found were a hidden gem, and it was like, oh wow, I was not expecting this thing to be this good. And there are other ones that we've said that it's just so bad.
Yeah.
I've got it in my collection because it's so fun to watch how bad it is. I mean, this was like, okay, I saw it. It was cool.
For the premise of this show, which is Shit Your Pants Wednesday, we make jokes and stuff like that. But the whole premise being that we're inviting all our friends over to hang out in a nice, loose, don't have to go out anywhere. Let's order some cheesesteaks, order some pizza, some chicken wings, pop in a movie, watch it, and either be pleasantly surprised or have fun making fun of it or whatever. This movie, I would say, falls right in the middle.
Yeah.
If one is I'm making fun of it because it sucks, it's a bad movie, but it's enjoyable, and 10, it's a great hidden gem, and it's definitely worth watching. I would give this a 5. I think it was right in the middle of both a kind of a. I don't want to say I can't call it a bad movie because I really did not like it. I did like
call it a bad movie.
Oh, Jason fucking hates it. Jason wants to give props to these people.
We're taking the leash off of Leech.
Yeah.
Jason took vacation time so he can go to Hollywood and fucking yell at people and shit.
What the fuck were you doing?
What are you doing?
So maybe I can put some clarity on what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
So when they go into the Airbnb,
yes,
then when they leave the Airbnb, it seemed to be 2 different realities.
I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yes.
All right. So
when she arrives versus when she walks outside.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. I will say this was the most warmed over piece of shit, convoluted asshole of a movie, if you ask me. I want that hour and a half of my life back.
It's no killer sofa. No,
yeah. But the only good thing that I can say about this movie is I really like Bill Skarsgård's role.
Yeah, he was good.
He plays a creepy ass dude really well. Even when he's trying to be sweet, like he was in this. He's got those psycho killer eyes, and you're just like, I don't
trust him.
Oh, I don't trust this dude at all.
If I met him in real life, I wouldn't trust him.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and we try to avoid spoilers, but I will talk about this one scene where it's like he's offering her wine.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I was going to have some, and I thought you might want to have some too, but I didn't want to open it without you here, just so you wouldn't think it. And at that point, you're thinking like, "Oh no, yeah, he did something to it, and he shoved the cork back in the bottle."
When he said that, my wife
recorked it. You know,
yeah. When he said that, my wife said, "I would beat the fuck out of that house so quick."
right.
As soon as he said that, because I wouldn't go in the first place, but I would be out of there.
Yeah, and I think they totally put that in there on purpose. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what though, they did a great job with this movie of leading you down paths that did not go to where you thought it was going to be.
That
I think we all can agree to that.
Completely agree on.
Yeah, and
that was one thing that this movie did do truly well.
And that really, I think that is what really drove me to really like this movie. Is that like I did not know, I could not predict this movie. Every prediction I did while I was watching the movie was incorrect. And I'm really good at predicting this shit. And that really is like, yo, this movie really got me because I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect this. And even at the end, okay, at the very end, the very, very end, I did not expect what happened to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking the main part of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about fast forward past that right before the credits. I didn't expect that to happen.
Right, right.
You know, I was expecting something else to happen. And first of all, I was falsely led that the movie was going to keep going because, you know, earlier when I thought the movie ended too quick, I was like, they're fucking with me again.
Right.
Like another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, Jason, when we finally discovered the true villain antagonist, what did you think of that?
I'm gonna say I kind of predicted. I didn't. I knew that
you couldn't predict that because we didn't even know about that until later on in the movie.
But I'm talking. Yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we can't say anything.
I know, right?
If we could, you'd be like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about."
Yeah,
you
it's called That Person Big Titty. We'll know who you're talking about. And if they've seen the movie, they know who I'm talking about. Exactly. If they haven't, it's not a deal breaker.
No sweat off my back.
But yeah,
and the thing is, I thought it was kind of cool. The one thing that I did think was kind of cool about that is you actually kind of felt bad for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Matt, I did too. And I actually verbally said this to my wife. I said, you know, in a weird way, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't feel that this is evil.
A bad person.
I felt this is a bad situation.
Yeah.
Which made it even worse.
Yeah.
For what happened. But to jump on Jason's side a little bit, there was a lot of suspend disbelief.
Yeah.
There really was.
Yeah.
There really was. The title makes no sense.
Oh, absolutely not.
I will tell you that right now. The title makes absolutely no sense. So don't even think that you're Barbarian. Oh, so is there is Arnold Schwarzenegger in it? No, nothing like that.
Yeah. I thought it was like a Viking movie when first was introduced, and I'm like, I got no interest.
Like the Northman. It's like the Northman.
Right. I'm like, I got no interest in this, and my daughter's like, no, that's not it at all. I'm like, all right, well, I'll try to sit there.
Yeah. I was constantly waiting to see some sort of tie-in to the title of the movie.
Yes.
And it never materialized.
There wasn't. That's like whenever you like a title of a song that's never sang in the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
it's literally you find out that was like the band used that as a placeholder so that when they were discussing they were going to work on the song.
Yeah,
that's what they were calling it.
Right.
And they never came up with something better. That's exactly what this was. Oh yeah, we're doing this. And then they just never said, "Look at now."
Like Shit Your Pants Wednesday was originally called Something to Do.
something to do on Wednesday night.
Something to do. No, what it really was, what Shit Your Pants Wednesday originally was called, We're Not Going Out. Do you guys want to come over? That's exactly exactly what it was called. And then 30 years later,
it's hump day. It's hump day.
It's hump day.
Let's just kind of come on over and hang.
Back when weeknights were great nights for us. You know, I hate the weeknights now because of my jobs, but like What a great concept. But guys, I liked it. I liked it. Jason didn't like it. Matt, what do you think?
It's a one and done. It was like, okay, I saw it. It had its good points. It had its bad points, and I just don't need to see it again.
Yeah. What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
And think shit your pants Wednesday scale, like I did.
Shit your pants Wednesday scale. I think I'd rate it a little bit lower than you, Danny. I think I give it like a 3.5, 4.
There you go. Okay, I gave it a 5. Now keep in mind that it was good enough to be on Shit Your Pants Wednesday.
Yeah, again, it
really was
because
absolutely, because you can sit there and you can bust balls on that movie all day long.
You could, and like Matt said, if a movie gives you no entertainment value at all, we're not talking about it here on the show.
Right.
So I mean, understand we are recommending that. Like you're sitting there saying, "Well, why the hell would I watch this movie if you guys think it sucked?" That's not the reason for you to not watch the movie. It's actually the reason to watch the movie because it's I mean, where Jason really didn't get it or like it or what have you, and where Matt was a little bit more disappointed than I was, I found, like I said, a lot of enjoyment in it. But I can definitely 100% sit down with you and say you are 100% incorrect in saying this was bad, that was bad, etc. And call its faults out for what they are.
Yeah. I mean, let's put it this way: there are movies that I have watched, and I have sat at the end of it and said, "Why the fuck did I watch it?
What a dumpster fire!"
This did not deliver. It's like I can't say anything good about it. I can't say anything bad about it. I have zero feeling, zero thought on the movie, except for I could have been doing something so much better during that time.
For me, that was 8mm with Nicolas Cage.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
I walked out of the theater. That's the
really?
only time in my 48 years on being on this earth. That's the first and only time I've ever walked out of a movie.
Wow, James Gandolfini was so good in that, man.
Yeah.
Although we're gonna get off track.
Yeah, we're gonna go off track. There's just something about. Did you love your daughter? I just need to hear you say you loved your daughter, so I can do what I got to do.
Yeah. But what I can say is, this definitely falls under the "it's so bad it's good" category.
Yes.
But not for me. It was so bad, it was bad. But I do know that people will appreciate it for being so bad it's good.
Oh, there are certain scenes, and I will say, because again, we don't want to give away spoilers, but there was a particular scene right when we had that, and I'll just say that it never comes here.
Yeah.
What do you think? And what happens afterwards? That was great, because that is just like it's like there is a.
All I will say is you know what that scene there?
There's a phrase out there that people talk about when they start talking about how bad they're going to fuck your day up. I'll be like, I will do this to you, and it happens.
All right, and I know. Once again, we're trying not to give spoilers, but I will say this: Deep Blue Sea. That's what that scene reminds me of.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly what Matt, get us out of here. We're running over.
All right. Yeah, we're running a little bit over. But hey, everybody, it's Shit Your Pants Wednesday. We were talking about Barbarian. We all felt a little bit differently about it, but definitely go check it out, because there is something in there that depending upon you and your friends and what you do like and what you don't like, watch this movie. It may be a one and done for you, like it was with me. You may just go like Jason said, like, it's shit. Danny says it was middle of the road, but you will find something you like about this movie, even if it's one particular scene. I said there's one particular scene for me that be like that was worth right there, because I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Get together with your friends. That is what the most important thing is. Get together with your crew, your best friends, your new friends. Hang out, watch this, enjoy it.
If Matt was up here in PA like he used to be, he would be over watching movies.
Yeah. We would be full on hanging out on a Wednesday night and doing it like we did 20 plus years ago when we started, because it's just all about hanging out and having fun and getting together with the people you care about, because what else have you got at the end of the day, right?
But a crappy movie,
watching crappy movies, bonding,
bonding
over the
over
good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hey, again, if you're liking the content, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, check out the other content we've got here on the channel.
Yes.
We've got Shit Your Pants Wednesday talking about horror movies. We've got we haven't recorded in a while, but tonight's TV lineup talking about old classic TV shows. That will be coming back soon. The Crazy 80s is due to make a return at some point.
Yes.
We'll be talking about old crazy, great stuff from the 80s, great memories from the 80s. DJs After Dark. Old classic episodes on there. A group of DJs. We've done radio. We've done parties. We've done bars. Talking about things we've seen, stuff we've done. Great things to do. Trust me, there's comedy, there's horror, there's just whatever you can think of. We've got cool stuff. Superhero stuff. Capes not included.
Yeah, Capes not included.
If you can't find something you like on the DJB Productions Network, I'm not sure what exactly it is you like.
Well, yeah, honestly,
there's a little bit of something for almost everybody.
Something for everybody. I made it so that something can hit somebody's taste bud in some way, shape, or form. And as the not only the creator but the producer and the editor and all this other stuff, guys, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So we do greatly appreciate all the support.
Yes.
We greatly appreciate all the views, shares, everything like that. Leave the comments, of course. And go from there, because we really it makes us feel good for when we do this. So
we do this for fun. We hope you're having fun with us. And like Dan said, comment. What did you think of Barbarian? Did you see it? Comment it. If you haven't seen it and you watch it, comment. Let us know how you felt. If you've got a suggestion for something that you saw, that you think, comment that. We'd love to hear about it. So,
in fact, if you go on Facebook, there's a DJB Productions Network Facebook page. You can go right on there, like that page, and you can throw your stuff right there on Facebook as well. We all respond to the comments and posts on there as well. Throw some stuff up, throw some links of stuff that you think we should take a look at, and we'll be happy to look at that as well. We love interacting with all the fans and everything like that. So by all means, check that out on Facebook. It's DJB Productions Network. And, of course, subscribe to the channel right here.
Now, that's going to do it for this episode. For myself, Matt Sunner, Danny J, Jason Leach.
Keep shitting your pants.
Keep it. Keep doing it.
You smell that?
Keep doing it.
Oh, man.
Regularity.
Yes. Get the Depends.
High fiber.
Yeah.